right, so he hits land, gets out. It's like a beachy, beachy land or whatever. Comes out, holds the rope on there, and then just says, "You guys can exit 1 by 1, or 2 by 2, or 3 by 3, but I want you to leave."
As soon as I'm able to stand on the ground, I just start sledging my way to shore.
Okay. Where are we?
Your pants are, by the way, it's still at your ankles. Oh,
That's okay.
Where are we in relation to other inhabitants, to other people?
on the other side of the wall, like as we're getting closer to land, you can see the kind of
But how far are we from the wall is what I'm trying to determine.
40, 50 yards.
Oh, we're
Little
right
ways
next to the wall then.
Yeah, you just said you wanted to be on the other side of the wall and outside of town.
Jesus, how did it take so long to get over there? Why did we stop for food?
You always stop for McDonald's on the way out of town, man.
Ross Bob was hungry.
Got it. Okay. But is there anyone on the wall looking down at us?
There's people up there.
Are they
They're not
watching
necessarily
us?
looking at you, because what I was going to describe is as you hit beach, there's like disheveled, dirty, kind of the peasants of people working the fields out there, traveling in and out of town. There's some people shelling on the beach there, not like right there, but within 20 feet there's a few straggling people, and around you can see people.
I look at Sylph and raise an eyebrow.
Let's get the hell out of here, man.
This guy's okay, though? I say, I kind of whisper, this guy's okay?
I take out a gold coin from the sack that Captain Morgan gave us, and I toss the sack to the boat. And it lands on the deck with a clink. Oh, very nice.
Gives a nod.
Yeah, I say, thanks for the help. I need to go find some brown bane in the forests.
I can see your penis, he says.
I'll take care of that.
I telepathy to that's a penis.
I'm going to go around this tree. Guys, I don't actually think I'm done yet.
I continue to explain to her what it's used for.
No, not the tree.
I explain I explain the birds and the bees to telepathy.
We will be a little bit in getting on the road.
I poke it.
You poke his
I leap.
Yes.
I pull my pants up and I go scurrying away behind a bush.
I explain why that was socially inappropriate
hops
to her.
The boat, and you can just barely make out that he says, "They are fucking weird," and he pushes out the boat and makes for
Goodbye, Raspa.
I do my best to explain to her why that's weird.
Of me poking it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I start to do that, and then I go, no, hold on. Here, and then I explain to her the proper way to use it and suggest a person and location where she might be able to practice or figure out how it's to be used.
And I'm like, okay, because I don't understand why it's not good, right? I'm like,
okay, I say to everyone else, we'll be back in 10 minutes.
You say right now? I'm like,
yeah.
No.
Okay.
Human.
So, an hour or two later.
Oh yeah, human.
I telepathy to her. Human's not bad. Your friend Fawn is half human, half elf. It's okay.
No,
it's legit.
Fawn animal.
No, Fawn's not an animal. Fawn's a person.
Fawn animal.
She's been lying to you the whole time.
So as you guys are having this conversation, behind you, you hear a loud crash as the gate to the city, kind of the door opens up. It smashes down. People start to kind of make their way back in. Seems like business is returning as usual, but as they're doing that, they kind of gasp and dart to the sides, because at the front of 6 other, again, well-armored, you can see this, you're about 150, 200 yards off from this, so your eyesight is fine. There's 6 very well-armed, what appear to be knights. They all have their red capes, and at the front of them is someone that looks even more magnificent in every shape and way, just a little bit of a bigger sword. His plume is a little bit sharper, kind of looks like a cross between a medieval knight and a Spartan. The gold armor, of course, and it's actually a green cape coming out from behind him. And they are padding their way on war horses down the path out of town.
Wow.
And otherwise, people are just kind of looking, they pay attention, but then they look away after a couple of seconds and return to business.
I would try to discern realities as to what on earth they were doing, but I'm a little occupied behind a bush.
Well, can I discern reality?
To be fair, Steven, it's not, you aren't just a little occupied. You're well endowed occupied.
Yeah.
You're still pooping?
You know what? I think our ranger is excellent, has very high wisdom. Is that true, Stephanie?
Yes, I do.
You would be an excellent person to discern realities for us if you wanted.
What's this in reality again?
In their basic moves sheet, on the right, next below spout lore.
Okay, when you closely to this station and... Okay, so the situation was that... Oh, I can only ask from these?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what happened? We saw a bunch of guards running?
On horses. They left the
6
city.
knights
'Cause
and
it cut
some
when
other
he was
figure of
explaining it.
importance.
Okay, now, again.
She couldn't
Sorry.
hear.
Yeah, I couldn't hear again.
You fail.
6 knights and figure of
Oh,
importance.
yeah, 6 knights and one with a green cape that seems to be of great importance.
Are running towards us?
No, out of town, down the path.
Out of town. Okay. Not the town we came from.
Yeah, the town you
Yes.
came from.
Okay, they're running out of the gates. Okay, I'll do that. So I need to roll first?
Yeah, 2d6 plus your wisdom.
Okay.
Well, if she she has high, so it'd be like +2 or 3, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, it's +1.
Okay.
Even
Still
though
good.
it's 50. Okay.
Not
8.
bad.
It asked 2 questions from that list.
Okay, let me just take it out again. Sorry, I'm retarded. Okay. What happened here recently?
So, okay. What happened here recently? Nothing of big note. Like I said, it's a fairly peaceful town. You're standing outside of it. Recently, they had to close the gates and lock down the town because they thought they were under attack by a kind of a terrorist cell of some form of dragon alliance people. And you're on a coastal village or city, excuse me, and you're surrounded by peasants that are just kind of going about their business.
All right, that was stupid. I guess here means something different in English. What is about to happen?
Because you're covered, you're wet. There is a peasant man of about age 55 that has been staring at you quite intently for a while now, and he is gathering up the courage to come over and propose to you that you get married with him.
So basically, these questions, he can twist them out however he wants, right?
For sure.
Jesus
He can
Christ.
give you whatever answers
To be honest,
he
though,
wants.
I'm not trying to cheat. Like, I'm trying to be as very real to the questions you're asking, which I guess is unfair because you're French first, English second. But all you saw was these knights leaving, and they're not coming to this area. So what's going to happen here is very different from what you might be wanting to know
Yeah.
what they're doing.
It's just here in French. It's a like there and ear is the same word. So it for me it didn't mean
Okay.
here. It just meant like
Like in this situation.
in
is
what's
gonna
going
happen?
on here. Like
That's fair
At
enough.
this
Then I'll
moment.
rephrase both because you are
no, but it's
speaking
fine. It's
multiple
fine.
languages.
It's my fault.
Well, to give you a little bit more of a, to be middle ground fair, I would say, you would see this with your ranger instincts and probably note that that person seems to be a general or some kind of very high-ranking knight in their hierarchy. He's behest and loyal to this kingdom, and they're being deployed, and that's probably his honor guard to go either talk to another kingdom or to some. It's very rare for that site to be deployed so fast, so they're off to do something very direct.
Okay. Everybody sees that, right? Everybody saw these people.
Yeah,
Come on.
they thundered
Okay.
off. Everyone saw it.
Okay, so Finkelmar.
Yes. You-
I think I think they know something is going on, and they're looking for you. This guard seems
looking for
important.
me? How do you
Yeah,
know?
I
they're
don't
looking
know. I don't know. I figured, right? Why would they storm out of a city like this?
I don't know. Maybe they're messengers. There's all sorts of reasons for them to leave a city.
Well, I think they're looking for you because you're a bad guy.
I'm not a bad guy.
You
I'm
are.
teaching you the ways of the world. I just taught you what a penis was. You
Finkelmore,
didn't know that. That's an integral part of life.
overlooking your shoulder, sees a dirtied man with muddied hands kind of put down this clump of mud that he seemed to have been playing with and start to kind of walk over behind As
I see
where-
the guy walking behind her, I'm trying to interfere and be like, huh, what do you want?
I continue my conversation with her, trying to convince her that I'm actually not a bad person. I'm doing my best to improve her situation in reality here.
Do I see this approaching farmer?
Yeah.
I call out as he's passing nearby. I say, my friend, listen, my friend, could you bring me like the biggest, thickest leaf that you have that you can find around here? Because I'm really all out. There's no more leaves in a 10-foot radius. I really need your help.
He
Please.
goes to spit and it misfires and just kind of dribbles down his chin and he brushes it off and like kind of flicks it on the ground and says, 2 silvers.
Huh?
And then he looks at you with his like
2 silvers.
face at a side like this and kind of like his eyes
2
kind of
silvers.
you notice both his eyes kind of fishbowl wander in different directions a little bit, looking to every which way.
I
2
stand up
silvers,
and I
sir.
say,
It ain't too hard to understand.
you know what? And I like wipe my hands on my beer belly. And I say, I think I'm done here. And then I pull everything up, carefully nurse my stomach, and walk back around the tree. And I say, hey guys, there's a really unhelpful peasant over here. We need to get out of this place.
As you're saying this and leaning in, and he sees that Fawn is kind of trying to put herself in between Fawn and the back of and he like just now recognizes that Fawn is in his peripheral, and he like looks at her and goes, "Yeah, I like it that way too. I'll tell you what, I got a hut back there that you and I could get down dirty with." And then he just kind of breathes out.
I do this.
His posture's
You know what?
terrible, but he kind of slides around on this like slippery human axis that is himself, and his stomach and his kind of pelvic area just keeps getting a little bit closer to you, but the back of him doesn't seem to get any closer to you. So it's like a limbo from the lower body, but the rest of the body is just upright. Very peculiar.
I tried to turn into a ram.
That picture. All right. Yeah, he's definitely looked at that.
I can see.
What? Haven't seen, must see.
Check the chat.
Yeah, no,
Again, you tried it.
that's amazing.
Just a roll. Please fail your roll to try to become a ram, or don't. This is amazing.
You know, oh shit, you guys.
But
Sorry, while Jen is becoming a ram, or while Fawn is becoming a ram, I unroll the scrap of blank parchment paper I've been waving around. I look at it. I look up to the heavens, and a beatific smile comes over my face. And my hand just descends.
I
Yeah.
turn away to give a man some privacy.
And roll it.
Oh,
How do I roll?
that parchment paper. Oh,
Please tell me he has to make a hack and slash at his butt.
For
How
magic,
do I-
it's just 2d6, I think, plus whatever your modifier is for wisdom, I guess, right?
for the animal change, 2d6 plus 2. Oh, sorry. Oh, 10.
Jen wills it, and it is done. She shrinks down into a ram and is standing facing this poor peasant. And he goes, "I don't mind. It's still the same."
I ram him into a wall.
what
Alright,
kind
make
of
an attack.
moves does she have as a ram, Jeff?
Fairly certain I can ram him.
So, your attack at strength will be +1. Or no, what? Let me see. Actually, I have actual
Oh,
moves.
it says hardy beasts. I can wait. I have pack hunters. No flying creatures. No hardy beasts. Is that a hardy beast? No.
I would say so.
called-
Ram
what is it
a
called
hard-
that I give them, Neal? Or is
It's-
it Steven? Excuse me.
You can give them moves, but it's kind of like they just get to do something. So like maybe ram something would maybe
Yeah.
be a good
Yeah.
move.
You can
With a
ram.
ram.
Yeah.
And
And-
you'll
Basically, I put my little. So basically, my antlers become ram horns, and then
Yeah.
I ram the dude into the wall with them.
Alright. make an
Cool.
attack.
So interestingly, do you care if I butt in, Jeff?
Sure.
Please
Oh.
do.
When you're making a move that it's an animal move, you don't actually have to roll. You just spend hold. So you have 3 hold, which is like a currency that you can spend to just do it. No roll required. So when you run out of hold, you turn back into a human. But until you're back into a human,
that's
as long
right.
as you have hold, you can just keep ramming for free.
And on a partial success, you'd only have 2 holds, right? But
I think
with a
so,
success,
something like
it's
that, yeah.
3. So you just ram him? Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah,
Yep.
I ram him into a wall.
Okay.
But
so
do I
just
have a roll
damage.
for damage?
Yep.
And it's just normal damage always, so it's always d6.
Yep.
And the fact that it's a ram, like charge ram, it doesn't change anything.
No, he's standing right in front of you anyways.
Okay. Oh, continue.
Okay, so Fawn shrinks down into a ram. He looks at you. His hip continues to crawl closer to you, his pelvic area. And you actually ram him in the crotch. And he says, "Sweet tarnations!" And he drops down on his knees. Actually, I have to roll, because he could actually only have 1 health. No, he doesn't. Okay. It seems to have done very good damage to him. And he's down on his knees on the ground, curled over. And he looks up at you, and he's got these pleading eyes and says, "All I wanted was one night with you. I don't understand why you turn into a ram and hit me in my penis. I don't understand
Okay.
any of this." Starts
I
to
kneel
cry.
down. I kneel down and I say, "My friend, there is a gentleman who is seeking romantic companionship this evening. His name is Captain Morgan, and you can
Did
find
you
him
say
in
gentleman,
town."
sir? I don't confound my inner twingles with the men of the cities.
Well, now I'm surprised that you say that. Well, why do you say that Captain Morgan is a man? I think that's very sexist of you, sir. A woman can be captain just as well
Ladies
as any
can't
man.
sail ships. They can't read, right? They only
I
make
spit on him
shoes.
as a ram. I like
As a ram.
like a
ram
llama
spit.
would do it.
Oh my goodness.
He kind of crawls back up to stand upright, and his eyes leave the ram that's in front of him, and again kind of fall onto and her very, very beautiful and shapely body. And he is completely conflicted. You can tell this because half of his body seems to be whimpering and wanting to move away, but he's still very, almost imperceptibly shifting towards
I draw my rapier, swish it in the air a couple of times,
My ears
and then
go like
slide
this.
it through his ribs, up into his belly.
You stab him?
Absolutely.
All right, make an attack, right?
It is time. And my rapier is precise, so I make my melee attacks with dexterity. I get a 7, so he gets to make an attack against me at the same time I'm making an attack against him. Here's my 6 damage.
Okay,
him.
so you stab him in the
Shit.
stomach, and he just kind of flails out his hands, swinging at you. Well, actually, I'll just roll it here. Let's see. Do I do 2d6, or does he just do damage?
Yeah, you don't have to roll for him. He just rolls damage.
Okay. I think basic human attacks, is it D4? Or D3? It's D3.
Either makes sense to me, man.
Yeah, I think it's D3, so I'll just roll that. He actually does 3 damage. So he actually flails his hand out, and his hand catches you in the chin and punches you really hard.
Cool.
But-
My leather armor absorbs 1 of that, but I still take 2 damage.
But irregardless, he dies on your sword and slides off. And as this happens, the other peasants around kind of gasped and start running in different directions.
I fireball them.
You shoot a fireball at peasants that are running away?
Yeah.
Okay, well they're not like all clustered, but I guess there's a group of 3. Would you like to fire at that one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, roll for it.
7, partial success.
Partial. So how does that work with magic spells?
He has some penalties he can choose, so let's see if I can find...
See, you draw an unwelcome attention or put yourself in a spot. The GM
Okay.
will tell you how.
And please, Steven, remind me of that in the future, because that's good. So,
Hold on, there's 3 options.
Yeah.
okay. What's
The
the third?
spell disturbs the fabric of reality as it is cast. Take -1 ongoing to cast a spell until the next time you prepare spells. After it is cast, the spell is forgotten. You cannot use the spell again until you prepare your spells.
Okay.
And this is actually Neal's choice now.
My
he
choice.
chooses. Okay.
Mhm.
Go for it.
I'm going to say we draw unwelcome attention or put yourself in a spot. The DM will tell you how.
Okay, so you
I
draw
heard that. I know what's written there on that page,
Yeah.
Neal.
It's going to be unwanted attention. So basically, you fire this off and roll your 2d6, I guess, for damage, right? Or is it?
Yeah. It's 2d6 is the damage of the spell.
Let's roll the 2d6. Nope. I always forget to move to the dice overlay when people are rolling shit. 7 damage.
It's more than enough to kill these peasants. So you fire off a fireball randomly, almost as the man slides off of Sylph's sword and falls to the ground. Everyone goes, ah! And they ran off, and then all of a sudden Finkelberg goes, Herman, throws a fireball, blows up a woman and her 2 children that were trying to flee, and they just burst the flames. Meanwhile, on the wall, all of you can hear, holy shit, which is actually a crime, so you know things are going bad. And the 2 guards on the wall that are just kind of idly looking at the scene, but as carnage just blows up in front of them, they call down and say, alert the guards, we have attackers. And then they fire their arrows at you guys. What do you do?
I dodge behind a tree.
You're dodging.
Yeah, I'll try and take some cover behind a large, hard object.
That's averting danger or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Do you all want to do that? Or does anyone want to just take an arrow to the head?
I want to try to...
Actually, that sounds great. Can I just take an arrow to the face?
Like, if we don't say we dodge, it just means that we take the arrows. Just like,
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, alright.
You could, for example, instead of saying that you dodge, maybe your constitution is better than your dexterity. So you just say, yeah, I just take the arrow and try to like muscle through the pain. And then you can defy danger with your constitution or something like that.
Playing loose with the rules again, at risk of upsetting
I tried to cover for
What I was going to say, Jen, is because you're a ram, I think they don't identify you as a threat, actually. So for one of your holds, I'll let you avoid this by just being a ram.
Actually, I tried. If I see an arrow going for her, I'm gonna try to take it for her.
That's amazing. Okay.
That's actually another move, which is defend.
Okay, so do defend.
Okay.
So you can roll plus your constitution, Jen.
So while she does that, I can attack. Since she's brought
What are you going to attack?
the guards.
You're going to run 150 yards towards the wall.
She's a ranger.
I'm a ranger.
Oh, you want to shoot an arrow at them?
Yeah.
Okay, but if you attack, that means that you just take their attack too.
But she's
No, because
protecting
I'm
me,
taking
no?
it for her.
Sure.
For
I'm just saying.
her.
Okay, roll, guys. Come on.
So 2d6 plus my constitution is like, how does defend work?
Let's see here. So the rule is you roll plus your constitution, and then you gain hold again, and you can spend your hold to redirect an attack from its target to yourself, or to cause the attack to take half damage, or to open the attacker up to the ally, giving them +1, or to deal damage to the attacker. So it's up to you, whatever you want to spend your hold with. But first you have to make your roll to see how much hold you get.
So 2d6 plus 1.
Uh-huh.
11.
Awesome. So you get 3 hold. So let's see. Here are the 4 things you can do. And you can choose to do 3 of them like right now if you wanted. I'm going to paste them into chat just so it's
You
easy
use
to
all
see.
3
What if
holds
I
at the
don't
time?
use them all? What happens?
You can keep them until, as long as you're still defending then you can keep holding on to your hold.
Okay.
So you might want, for example, to redirect the attack from Stephanie to yourself.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. That's 1. And
Okay.
I want to have the attacks effect or damage.
Okay. So then, Geoff, you would roll damage. It would go on to Fawn instead, and it would be halved. And that's the way defend works.
And I want to open up the attacker to an ally, giving that ally +1 towards attacking the attacker.
That's
Awesome.
all 3 of your holds, or is
I'm
that
doing
2?
That's all 3.
So what happens? Do I revert back, or can I just wait and
No.
roll for another?
So the hold that you earned for defend was for defend, and the
Okay.
hold that you have as a ram is for being a ram. So you
So I
haven't
still
spent
have
all your
2.
ram hold. Right.
I still have 2.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Well, I do all that, so I'm giving her a +1. Go, her! And I'm like, you can do it in French.
Okay,
And
so
by
Hang on.
did you do the damage? We
No,
were
not
taking
yet.
or
Hang
Oh
on.
yeah, what
at
happens
the
to my damage?
Guys, seriously, hang on. Keep saying hang on, and you're just like, shut up, Geoff, do it. I think it's just D6 for horde of guardsmen. I guess I'll just do that. So their damage is 5. What's your armor?
2, so it's 3. But
And
I'm
then half that,
halving it.
which
So
would
it's
be rounded
half
up
of 5, no? And then
to...
we have
No, hang on. You have 2 armor, so it's down to 3. It was always going to do 3, and then half of that is the damage that you take, I think. right?
1.5.
Sure.
It's 1.5 rounded up to 2. So you take 2.
Okay.
Okay.
So you take 2 damage because... So this arrow flings through the air, and it's heading right for but all of a sudden, a goat, a ram, jumps in front of you He goes, just takes the arrow in the side. And then you want to fire back at him, right?
Yeah, I'm
And there
shooting.
you get a +1 on this to whatever your thing is.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a +1 as well?
Yeah, because I gave it to you with my hold.
Ooh,
Of
I have a
animal
+2,
power.
+1.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
The
Plus
guy is a
3.
little bit
Oh, shit.
mystified that a ram flew through the air and took the arrow. So he's not even thinking about ducking or anything. So you're just going to get a +1 here. 9's a partial. So
What?
I'm going to give you the options of you fire off and you get to do your damage, but you become the #1 target priority for everyone that's going to come up there because you're the one dealing damage. Or you fire your arrow and miss, but they remain completely just firing at this group of murderers.
There's actually
What?
2 other options with volley as well.
Sorry, it cut for the last
Please.
options, but I still can't hear you. Hold on. It's gonna come back in like 4, 2. Okay, go.
So you
What was the
can
second up?
so you can put yourself in danger,
Yeah.
just like Geoff said. There are 2 other options you can choose for volley as well. You can deal less damage, take -1 die 6 on your shot, or you have to take several shots and spend ammo.
Where are these?
Yeah, the ammo
moves?
thing?
Seeing, I thought I have the sheet open, but
Yeah, that's volley on the basic moves sheet, which is the second
basic
move
moves
on the
not-
left hand.
Okay, I'll do the ammo.
Okay, so you
I can
reduce
buy
your
ammo,
ammo by
right?
1.
I can
Probably.
buy ammo. Okay.
oh, basic moves are just at the top, right?
Yeah,
So I pick from that.
she gets to pick actually.
Oh.
Okay, I picked the ammo thing. So for damage, I do D8, and that's it.
Okay, I should just look at this then. You pick what then?
The ammo. I spend an ammo. I have 3. So
Okay. So you do D8 damage.
I think so, right? Okay. Oh.
You fire off your arrow and it wings a guy and hits him in the shoulder, but he seems to be roughly 2/3 fine.
So I look around at the party. Does anybody else have any ranged weaponry equipped on them?
I do.
That's true. Okay, so
I haven't dodged out of the way yet. I still like to take my turn.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to fireball the
so would
wall.
I.
So you're gonna just take the damage and you're gonna fireball then?
That means taking. Don't they have to make a roll to hit, or is it just auto damage?
No, there's no roll to hit.
Yeah, it's just damage.
There we go. So I defied danger to dodge out of the way. I got a 10, so I think I'm
Fuck
safe.
it. No, I'm gonna hide then. I'm gonna
Safely tucked
hide
behind
behind
a
a
tree.
wall.
2d6 then, sir.
All right, 2d6, 4.
It's a fail.
That's a fail.
So
Should've
you read-
fireballed.
You try to avert the arrows and do like a matrix thing, like you start to end up. But what ends up happening is you move in slow motion, but the arrows are moving in real time, so they just hit you anyways, and you take 4. But what is your armor?
My armor is 3.
Get out of here!
I have 1 from my leather armor, and I have 2 from
How
my
do you have
advanced
leather?
moves called Arcane Ward. As long as you have at least 1 prepared spell of first level or higher, you have +2 armor.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
3 armor.
Right, you
I take 1
damage.
How do you have
Is it
leather
a
armor
while,
being a
man?
wizard?
Dungeon
cheating.
World, bitch.
That's how. Okay, so I think that's everyone. We had Self somersault out of the way quite nimbly. Fawn turned into a ram and took it in the side. Fired off an arrow and winged a guy. And Finkelmer tried to bust into the Matrix, but just took one in the knee. He took an arrow in the knee, but laughed it off because he is a cheating wizard. So, as you guys see this scene unfold, all of a sudden, 3 or 4, like quite literally a horde of archers come to the top. The gate once again crashes down, and 2 knights, 2 purple-caped. They're not even knights; they're just guardsmen. Seem to be that the 2 that were at the gate are now mounted on horses and riding thunderously towards you guys. What do you do?
Wow.
I fireball the guys running thunderously towards us.
Can I hang on? Yes. I burst into song and I sing, Finkelmare, Finkelmare, play us a play
Mer.
and throw us a fireball to send them away.
Music!
What does that do? He did it. He sang it. He's good.
And I am using my arcane art. I rolled a 10. Now, let's see. What did I choose? Oh, I didn't choose Healing Song. I chose the double one. So I get to do 2 things. So is anybody damaged? Who's the most damaged?
Me. I got 2 damage, I guess. Did anyone else get damaged?
Yeah.
No, I can't heal you. Are you damaged at all, Finkelmer?
I've taken 1 damage.
You are healed for 1d8 damage, and you take plus 1d4 forwards to your damage. So if you deal damage with this fireball, you deal 1d4 extra damage.
Cool.
Here's your 1d8 healing back.
I only am down by 1.
You get 6 hit points back.
I'm only down by 1.
You get 6 anyway.
You got 6 anyway.
You get a hit point.
All right,
You get a
so
hit point.
quite literally, Sylph bursts into song, and you are healed. But go ahead and roll for your fireball, and fail for once.
Don't fail it.
2d6 plus 2. Here we go. Here we
Don't
go.
be sad.
9.
Partial. So with a spell, what does that mean again?
I'm going to draw unwelcome attention and put myself in a spot.
Okay. Finkelmer once again Hadoukens at these 2 fairly close riding guardsmen on top of war horses, and roll your 2d6, sir.
Plus d4, right?
Yeah.
14 damage.
They actually both, the fireball splits between the 2 of them and perfectly air explodes in the midst of them. And the AoE of this fireball shatters everything into pieces and then chars it to little bits as their armor steaming rolls around, and the horses just explode into a scene of gore. And actually, Fawn, as a ram, the head of one of the horses rolls into a stopped position right in front of you with pleading black glassy eyes and stares into your soul. Otherwise, the men on top of the wall begin to fire their volleys, but the gate that is open, nobody else seems to be coming out right away anyways.
I
What
look at
do you guys do?
Finkelmer and I go,
I say, good job, Finkelmer. Let's get the hell out of this town. Oh my god. Can we please get out of this town?